Ryan Garcia rates lightweight rivals, puts Lomachenko at number 1, Kambosos at number 2. Let's entertain the nonsense for a second.
Push the weight and no flex. Alive is more than the 6. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. They continue to put a microphone or a recorder in this kid's face, and he talks. The man hasn't fought in a year, and he talks. Somehow what he says is news, so let's give him the attention that he so desires. Because there's going to come a point where he's going to have to back up everything that he's saying. They're talking to him like he has a belt. They're talking to him like he's a future champion. We can't determine that, not when his own man, his OG, and Canelo Alvarez are saying that he's wasting his talent. So I'm going to go ahead and read this article. Boxing scene. Link will be in the description. You already know the deal. You don't need a belt, evidently, to be tops in the lightweight division. According to Ryan Garcia's personal hierarchy. So he's out the back. Wow. Okay, let's just read. The lightweight contender still believes former unified lightweight champion Vasily Lomachenko is the top threat in the division, putting him over the likes of WBC title holder Devin Haney, Gervonta Tank Davis, Teofimo Lopez, and the recently crowned George Kambosos. So he got Vasily Lomachenko over all those guys. But I'm reading the title, and he says he has Kambosos as number 2. Okay, let's read on. Lomachenko lost his belts to Teofimo Lopez in their unification matchup back in November. Since then, the Ukrainian has reeled off 2 straight victories against Nakatani, and recently his past December Madison Square Garden win over Richard Comey. Garcia, 23, slotted Kambosos into number 2 spot. The number 2 spot on his homemade list. His list. This is his list, which is why nothing he says makes sense. But let's go ahead. Followed by Haney and Davis either at 3 or 4. Wonder why he's doing that. Loma, number 1, Garcia told World Boxing News. Close between Devin and Tank. Then you got George, who fought well. Loma, number 1. Then I would say Kambosos, number 2. Devin, Davis, a toss-up. They both had pretty mediocre performances. Says the kid who hasn't done anything in a year. Let's read on. Garcia, 21-0, 18 knockouts. Against who? I don't know. Luke Campbell. Who else prior to that? I'm going to keep reading. Let me keep reading. I'm sorry, y'all. Said he would eagerly welcome a fight with Lomachenko, who's 16-2 with 11 KOs. Wait a minute. Let me stop right there for 1 second. I just noticed something. Ryan Garcia is 21 wins, no losses, 18 knockouts. Vasily Lomachenko is 16 wins, 2 losses, 11 knockouts. So technically, on paper, if you're just looking at this and you don't know any better, you would say Ryan Garcia is the more accomplished fighter, would you not? Get to know this sport before you say anything. But I'll read on. The social media influencer from Victoriaville, California, which is in America, I want to point that out, has especially impressed by Lomachenko, his dominant victory over Comey. Whatever, man. I think that's a huge fight, me versus Lomachenko. But I would love to fight Lomachenko as well. I think he's a great fighter. I think he fought massively. He looked great. Lomachenko just fights so pure with his movement, and he doesn't waste any energy. He flows, and he has the footwork, his body positioning. He fought amazing, but he should have knocked Comey out. Here you go, talking about what people should have done. Meanwhile, everybody's working but him. Garcia was also impressed with Kambosos, who scored one of the biggest upsets in 2021 with his decision win over Lopez at Madison Square Garden. You know, the Hulu Theater next door. Next door, not the big house, next door. Stars aligned for Kambosos Garcia. I don't know if Kambosos is going to go far after go after another a top fighter, but wait, hold on. Let me read that again. I don't know if Kambosos is going to go after another top fighter, but if he does, I personally don't think he's going to hold on to the belts. Maybe he will. He surprised me once. Now, let me okay. I'm going to come back to that. Let me get through this article. On the other hand, Garcia was not blown away by either Davis or Haney's recent performances. Haney and Davis are both coming off of unanimous wins. One against Joseph Diaz and the other one against Isaac Cruz. He just doesn't know how to handle himself when he gets hit, Garcia said of Haney. If that makes sense. No, it doesn't. But I'm going to read on. He gets flustered very easily. When he gets hit with a good one, he starts doing random things that I could capitalize on in the ring. Of Davis, Garcia believes he gave too much respect to Cruz in the opening rounds. Garcia has spent nearly a year away from the ring, citing mental health conditions. Shocker. He has since announced he is ready to return to the ring to have a fight. Garcia has stated that he would like to face Cruz, telling the hard-nosed Mexican last week signed the contract. That is the article. Here's my opinion. First of all, this dude said he has Lomachenko ranked at number 1. He has Kambosos ranked number 2. But I'm reading this, and he just tells us, I don't know if Kambosos is going after another top fighter. But if he does, I personally don't think he's going to hold on to the belts. So right now you're telling us if he goes after Lomachenko or Tank or Devin, he could lose. You're saying that, but you got him at number 2. But never mind that. Ryan, who the fuck are you? Who are you, Ryan? What have you done? Luke Campbell, who you had to get up off the floor to win? And what else? You haven't fought in a year, man. You're mentally out of your mind, remember? Chee-hoo! I'm crazy. My arm hurt. My shoulder hurt. I need surgery. But I will beat everybody. Captain Twitter Fingers. You're all over social media. Listen, if you're a fighter and they refer to you in a boxing article as a social media influencer, newsflash, the two don't mix. Oh, Drew, but what about Jake Paul? What about him? Do you consider him a real boxer? He knows the sport. He can punch. He's doing it. Holler at me when he fights a real fighter, a real boxer. Not an MMA guy. The only look, man, fight Kendall Gill. That's all I'm saying. And that's all I'm going to say about Jake Paul. But we're talking about Ryan Garcia, who says he's a boxer. No, you're not. You haven't fought in a year. And they just said to you in this article, they consider you an influencer. But you got everything to say about Devin Haney and Tank. Lackluster performances. How about Isaac Cruz is just that good? Huh? How about JoJo Diaz is just that good? How about I said those were going to be tough fights? I got exactly what I wanted out of Isaac Cruz. I said I need something to shake up. We need another face. Ryan is here. He's not here. He's fighting. He's not fighting. Replace him. Enter Isaac Cruz. He went in there, and in my opinion, he showed up. He ain't going there to lay down. He surprised a lot of people. How about he's just that good? If you sent him a contract, let's see what happens. How about sign the fight and don't pull out of it? Manny Pacquiao, JoJo Diaz. Who else you ducked? Devin Haney, Tank. You supposed to fight all these people. Didn't happen. But every time they put a microphone in your face or throw a camera in front of you, You make sure your hair's perfect. You make sure your eyebrows is nice and shaped up because that's what you do. You tell the media man, get my good side. I'm about to go in. Then Menudo starts playing and you start going in. But here's the thing. No one believes you, Ryan. Are you a fighter or a model? We're waiting. What are you doing? And you know what? How about this? I'm not waiting on you. I'm reading this. You wanted my attention. You wanted our attention. Here's the deal, Ryan. You're FOS. You're full of ish. You got Lomachenko at number 1. You got Kambosos at number 2. Why don't you put Devin and Tank at number 1 and number 2? Lomachenko doesn't have a belt right now. But you know what, though? Further proof that the belts don't mean anything. Anything. The man got 2 losses. Kambosos is undefeated. If you put him at number 1, I get it. He got a lot of hardware. But to disrespect Tank and Devin, this is absurd. Even if you're looking for a money grab, what kind of money grab do you think you're going to get with Lomachenko? He's not even a pay-per-view attraction. You can say that about Tank. Devin is a boss. When he fights, eyes are on him. Kambosos just got here. You called his winner upset. And who did he beat? Teofimo, who, surprise, surprise, he's not even a star. He don't sell seats like that. So what the fuck are you saying? What are you really saying? This is ridiculous. Who cares where you rate these fighters? They're fighting. You're not. Who are you? You beat Luke Campbell. But I'm thinking that knockdown was too scary for you. You got in the back and was like, ooh, yeah, that was a close one. And you've been scared ever since. I'm lying? Prove me wrong. Because you haven't done a damn thing since. But talk. Talk, talk, talk. Lomachenko, number 1. Kambosos, number 2. Devin and Tank, mediocre performances. You know what? F it. You want to go fight these guys? You think this fight against Kambosos or Lomachenko is ranked number 1, number 2? That's good for you. Go ahead and fight. This is why I say Tank and Devin need to get together and freeze these fools out, because apparently belts don't mean anything. How does it feel to know Floyd was right all these years? Huh? He said belts don't pay the bills. They just sit around and collect dust. Is any of this making sense now? Is it making sense now? I hope it is. I hope it's making sense. You see this picture of him sitting down, holding a DAZN microphone? Where's Devin Haney fighting, by the way? He owns that place. He's the guy. He's sitting down there with your DAZN mic. Alone. Alone. The truth is, Ryan, you could come back and ask for some light work. I mean, you ain't do nothing heavy. You ain't do no heavy lifting. All these guys, Jojo Diaz, Devin Haney, Lomachenko done fought twice. Kambosos had a tough fight. Tank had a tough fight. All these guys fighting, and you sitting there and they throwing the mic to you like you're actually worth something. Let's see what you're worth. Come out, get some light work, and I want to see how many seats you sell. Since that's what all mother effers want to worry about. You need a dance partner. So if you think Lomachenko's that dance partner, go ahead and try and get your bread. You know what's gonna happen? He's gonna beat the nonsense out of you. Lomachenko beats the nonsense out of you. Isak Cruz beat the nonsense out of you. Devin Haney beats the nonsense out of you. But if you want to maximize your dollar, I would say shoot towards Devin Haney or shoot towards Tank. You already know how that's going to play out. You talking about Kambosos, whichever direction he go, he ain't going to hold on to those straps. A lot of people are saying that. You're not the only one, but how about you? The names I mentioned, I don't know if you beat any of those guys, including Kambosos. So you need to choose wisely. This ain't chess. We see the play, Ryan. I'm so tired of this. Man, 2022 is telling the truth. A lot of things are coming out. Bud Crawford with the lawsuit. And then I get on, I look for some news and I see this. Why do you not have Tank Davis and Devin Haney, who are money makers over Kambosos, over Lomachenko? But you got them at 1 and 2. I see the play, Ryan. The thing is, this is not the attention you want, dude. It's not. Get your funky little tight jean, Ricky Martin looking ass in the ring and show us something. Is this not the fight game? Y'all need to stop playing. Bronx on deck. Move!